The stories you are about to see are real. The rewards up to $5 million are real. This is Crime Reports and Rewards with Griff Griffin and Dave Michaels, where you stay anonymous, the criminals don't.
Richmond County Sheriff's deputies report the black male armed robber that you see on your screen has robbed two different Family Dollar stores. The first one on 11/27 at 08:18 hours, the suspect entered the Family Dollar store located at 1991 Broad Street, brandishing a black in color semi-automatic handgun with an extended magazine. The suspect removed an undisclosed amount of United States currency from the business. The suspect was last seen running west on the 2000 block of Browns Lane. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact Investigator Terry Gore at the Richmond County Sheriff's Office at 706-821-1025. Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS or text your tips to 803-441-8744. Will you remain anonymous, and if your tip results in an arrest, you get paid. Sergeant Michael Shane McDaniel of the Richmond County Sheriff's Office reports that on 12/2 at 10:08 hours, the suspect you see on your screen entered the Family Dollar store located at 2020 Gordon Highway, brandishing a black in color semi-automatic handgun. The suspect removed an undisclosed amount of United States currency from the business. The suspect was last seen running south on Bayville Road toward Milledgeville Road. Crime Stoppers and AugustaCrimeStoppers.org have noted that this suspect may have also been involved in at least two other armed robberies and several other unreported crimes where he may be preying on drug dealers or others who have warrants on them that cannot call the police. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact Investigator Terry Gore at the Richmond County Sheriff's Office at 706-821-1025. Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS or text your tips to 803-441-8744. Will you remain anonymous and unrobbed? Richmond County Sheriff's deputies report a second Church's Chicken restaurant was burglarized within 3 days, sometime after closing Sunday. Both burglars apparently came through the drive-through window and left out the back door. Richmond County Sheriff's deputies were called to the Church's Chicken at 2319 Milledgeville Road about 8:05 a.m. in reference to damaged property. Deputies say the drive-through window was broken and the back door left open. Deputies cleared the building and found the store's safe open and that the store had been trashed. The first burglary was the Church's Chicken at 901 Laney Walker Boulevard after it closed Friday. Someone also gained entry through the drive-through window there and disabled the building's alarm before taking 2 money deposits. If you think you know who or where this two-time burglar might be, please call the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS or text your tips to 803-441-8744. Will you remain anonymous and stop burglars? Columbia County Sheriff's deputies report the black female you see on your screen used a counterfeit credit card to buy a gift card at the Walmart on Bobby Jones Expressway in Columbia County. The credit card is believed to be forged since the victim's card never left his possession. The fake card was also used at the North Augusta Walmart. What looks like a wallet she's holding in her hand may be a credit card scanner that can read your credit cards without you ever taking them out. To block the transfer of your credit card information through your pockets or purse, simply wrap your cards in thick aluminum foil or purchase one of the many aluminum-lined wallets available for sale at local stores. If you know who or where this credit card digits thief may be, please call the police. Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS or text your tips to tips@AugustaCrimeStoppers.org or 803-441-8744, where you remain anonymous and keep your bank accounts.
Now, Walt says he's found an even bigger breach. He says thieves don't need a scanner anymore, and they don't even need to be anywhere near you to steal a credit card number from a wireless card. How's that? Cell phones.
There's an antenna behind here.
Certain new phones contain something called NFC, Near Field Communication.
The app that makes your phone your wallet.
It's the innovation behind services like Google Wallet. With Google Wallet, you can pay with your phone. It stores account numbers, then transmits them to cash registers on demand.
You lock Google Wallet with a PIN, so it's more secure than a physical wallet.
But Walt's twisted the technology.
Put this over, and that's how you pay.
He's figured out that when there's a phone with NFC near a wireless credit card, the phone can secretly pull account numbers.
One makes the other completely dangerous.
Yes, your phone could be stealing your credit card number. A hacker can pull off the heist by remote. Lazy, but lucrative pickpocketing.
It'll actually scan the credit card and secretly send off the data to an email address anywhere in the world.
An infected phone could really go to work in a crowd. The screen could be blank, but in the background, the virus is scanning for credit card numbers.
You've got mail.
You're going to have a person on the other end watching their email box just fill up with credit card information without ever having to get near you, being a world away.
Even more alarming is how easily hackers could infiltrate our phones. Walt worries we could unknowingly grant them access in an app. Say a tempting new game is free, so you snag it. But what you've really installed is a credit card stealing virus on your phone.
From the minute they downloaded it, whether they played it or not, it's sitting there looking for these credit cards.
For all the convenience and wonder of wireless technology, Walt says this is the downside, having to keep up with crooks. So he recommends exchanging wireless credit cards for old-fashioned ones, and for cellular users, downloading what he has.
Virus protection.
On your phone.
On my phone. Yeah, I have a smartphone. It's a mini computer.
Right now, there are 322 million cellular phones in use in the U.S., but only a sliver of the wireless population carries the protection of virus software. If Walt's right, the rest might be leaving a virtual playground for criminals wide open.
Anywhere where you store your personal information, they're going to be looking to get in.
These credit cards use an RFID chip that transmits your information to the POS system at the store. If you feel the convenience of not having to take your credit card out of your wallet is not worth the chance of someone stealing it, you can disable these chips. Here's how.
I'm going to be messing with the wife's and I's credit cards this morning, debit cards. Ours, since we're on the East Coast, are by PNC. They're virtual wallet cards. And what we want to do is disable that, the Visa PayWave. Basically has a little RFID chip inside here that you just wave your card next to the register and it picks it on up. And it's a security problem, and it's also a pain in the butt because we always like actually using them as debit cards. Whenever you scan it, especially at Wawa, for people who know what Wawa is, usually runs always as credit. So we're going to disable it. This is the wife's card. She doesn't use it as much. And if we can look right here, you're going to see a little reflection right about there. It's a little indentation right by where I'm moving my finger. It's actually right above the unless, come on, focus. The unless sign. See, as I turn, I'll hit it by the light. You see how it reflects right there? That's the little chip embedded in the plastic. There you go, there's a good photo. Now my card, I've already just etched around. This way you get a general idea where it is on the PNC virtual wallet cards. My camera does not want to cooperate with me this morning. There we go. So that's the general area on this card. But any card that either has the pay wave or the little line symbol right here means you have it. So look on the back of your card for that crazy little reflection right there, and that's it. So we're going to go to Wawa, go get our morning coffee. I'm going to scan it once with credit just to show how it works, and then I'm going to go back over to the coffee counter. I'm going to poke a hole right through that little spot. Then we're going to go back. I guess I'll go buy a candy bar or something like that. We'll try it again, show you that it's actually disabled. It doesn't work anymore. The strip will still work, so you can still run through the regular machine just like a regular old credit card. It just won't pick up through radio waves anymore, which is good. So let's go get dressed and go hit the Wawa and get coffee. Okay, here's how it works normally. Blink. Went through good. Okay, now I got the hole punched through, a little chip. Nothing. So, which means I gotta use the card now. You see, the strip still works. Okay, now we're home from Wawa. I can show you exactly what I did. All I did was take regular handheld razor blade, pushed right through that little square I had originally. Push through both sides. You get a little crack when you actually bust through the chip, and you just clean out the stuff inside of it. And then just smooth it back out. And as you saw, the second time I tried using it, it didn't work. So I had to use the magnetic strip, which is exactly what I want. So there you go.
Crime Reports and Rewards would like to take a moment to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas.
Sergeant Michael Shane McDaniel Sr. reports the Richmond County Sheriff's Office has launched a criminal investigation regarding suspicious persons calling various residents throughout Richmond County and impersonating a lieutenant with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. Preliminary investigation revealed that the suspect is advising the victim over the telephone that they can miss jury duty, or that the victim has a warrant outstanding for their arrest. The suspect is encouraging the victim to collect an uncertain amount of cash and place the cash on a money pack or a green dot card. Right! If anybody calls you and says to put something on a green dot card, your money is gone unless you're talking to them in person. You already have what you're buying. Otherwise, green dot rhymes with scam. In some cases, the suspect is suggesting the victim to meet him or her in the parking lot of the old law enforcement center located at 401 Walton Way after 5 p.m. to relinquish the money back or cash in order to suspend any fine or cancel any arrests. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office wants to make it clear at this time that no employee with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office will call anyone and advise them of an active arrest warrant, jury duty summons, attendance, and at no time will an employee with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office suggest that any resident meet them anywhere for a cash exchange. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office is strongly encouraging the public to notify them if they feel they are being victimized by this recent or any other recent scam. If you know who or where these scammers may be, please call the Richmond County Sheriff's Office, Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS, which is 8477, or text your tips to 803-441-8744, where you remain anonymous and stop scammers.
And now, this Crime Reports and Rewards special report.
And now for more Crime Reports and Rewards on mass murderers. A gunman shot himself in the head on Monday morning after a killing rampage that saw 4 people shot dead in separate incidents in West Virginia. One of the victims lodged a domestic violence complaint against the shooter last month. Right, we see how much good that did. Jody Lee Hunt, 39, wrote in a Facebook update before the shootings that he was out for revenge after being betrayed by the love of his life. Hey buddy, if you ain't put a ring on her finger, she's free as a bird. Authorities were notified of the shooting at Doug's Towing in Monongahela County at 7:42 a.m. Doug Brady, the business owner, was fatally shot by Hunt. The second shooting took place at a house on Sunset Beach Road where Sharon K. Berkshire and Michael David Frun were gunned down. The third shooting took place at a house in Sweet Pea Lane. The victim was later identified as Jody Taylor. Police were on the lookout for Hunt's vehicle, a black Ford pickup truck. They found Hunt's body on a highway near the Monongahela and Marion County border. He died from a gunshot wound to the head. All 4 victims knew Hunt, who also owned a towing company. Boy, these towing company guys are ripping people off Ferraris, Maseratis, all kinds of cars, not notifying people where their car is, keeping their car without telling them that, hey, we have your car, which is a direct violation of the law. Although the relationship between Berkshire and Frum was unclear. But this is the main thing we wanted to tell you about, was the response from about this shooting, such as blanking honkies killing for no reason. And we'll have more response to this response of what happens when mass murderers kill and how society responds after this message.
You sure? Yeah, just go. Okay, now, blow it out. Blow.
You did it, kid.
You're in.
You're one of us now.
You did it.
All this is yours.
We're gonna be shooting up together.
We're gonna steal together.
Sleeping together,
We're gonna
too.
sleep together. You are gonna love every single minute.
No! I'm trying it just this once.
Dominique Norman responded with, "Coward, gonna take innocent live blankety blank. If you're gonna kill yourself, do it on your own damn self." Another one responded, "These people had nothing to do with his blankety blank life being blankety blank." Julia Bravo said, "Mostly all these types of shootings are done by people who are on crazy meds, and you should support human self-euthanasia." Killa Lowe said, 5 less crackers breathing oxygen. I see nothing wrong here. White on white crime is a beautiful thing. Death to the cracker man, woman and child." Stay Savage said, "Hell yeah. I was about to say the same thing. Dumb blankety blank crackers. Fanboy came back and said, every time a black or white man commits a crime, you see a lot of people being racist. Then Sami Abdul-Majid said, this is why the world needs Islam. In Islam, acting treacherously is prohibited even against those who are not Muslims. Right, you're cutting off Muslims' heads. We see the stack of Muslims' heads on spikes overseas. And those companies share traitor victim must have engages in verbal abuse on Muslim on internet. Seek good life, treachery, not each other. Islam is the way. Right, if you guys stop chopping each other's heads off and killing each other and raping each other and killing your women, we might believe that. And then blankety blank Muslim terrorists, oh, wait a second. They just can't help it. They have mass murder genes, so killing like this just comes natural to them. Lonnie Dobbins III said, West Virginia shootings. I guess this white man was trying to make sure whites stay number one in everything. If you see someone posting on Facebook or social media or saying they're out for revenge after being betrayed, or they're out for revenge, or they're going to kill someone, please call the police. Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS, or call our text line at 803-441-8744. You remain anonymous and stop mass murderers.
And now, this Crime Reports and Rewards special report.
The U.S. Attorney's Office of the Southern District of Georgia reports 4 Waynesboro residents were sentenced recently to federal prison for their roles in a stolen identity and tax refund scheme. 29-year-old Shaquita Bush, 31-year-old Camelia Nicholson, 35-year-old Taneka Smith, and 37-year-old Regina Bunyan are accused of stealing the names, birth dates, and social security numbers of taxpayers to file counterfeit income tax returns with the IRS seeking tax refunds. The U.S. Attorney's Office says that if their scheme had worked, the 4 would have defrauded the IRS out of about $350,000. Bush was sentenced to 1.5 years in prison. Nicholson was sentenced to 20 months in prison. Smith was sentenced to 2 years in prison. And Bunyan was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Now it's that time of year when a brand new crop of identity thieves gear up to steal your tax refunds. What's worse than filing your taxes? Having an ID thief steal your return check. Identity theft is already a serious problem, the #1 complaint to the Federal Trade Commission. And tax-related identity theft is a growing part of this crime. In 2010, about 15% of all ID theft complaints to the FTC dealt with tax returns. In 2013, that jumped to 43%. It's a lucrative crime and relatively easy to commit, said Adam Levin, chairman and founder of Identity Theft 911. He goes on to say all you need is a social security number and some counterfeit documents. It's much easier than selling drugs or stealing cars and a lot less risky for the bad guys. Now, the government is fighting back. Identity theft is a top priority for the IRS. On its website, the agency says it's taking new steps and strong actions to protect taxpayers and help victims of identity theft and refund fraud. The IRS has more than 3,000 employees now working on identity theft issues. More than 35,000 employees who deal with taxpayers have been trained to recognize return fraud and to help the victim when it happens. The agency's criminal investigation unit has focused on finding and prosecuting the thieves who commit return fraud in fiscal year 2013. The IRS started 1,492 criminal investigations related to identity theft, up 67% from the year before. Indictments and sentencing have doubled. The average prison term is more than 3 years. We applaud the IRS for taking steps to deal with this problem. They have thwarted billions of dollars in fraud, but there are still billions of dollars being stolen, and more needs to be done. You need to learn the warning signs. Most victims find out there's a problem when they get a letter from the IRS that says they filed more than one return, or they've earned wages from an unknown employer. That normally means someone stole your Social Security number to get a job. If you get such a notice, contact the IRS Identity Protection Specialized Unit right away at 800-908-4490, extension 245. There's paperwork you need to file and things you should do as quickly as possible because you are now vulnerable to all types of ID theft. The Social Security number is the holy grail. Once you have enough information to file a phony tax return, you have enough information to open new lines of credit, commit medical identity theft, and take over financial accounts. The refund thieves also try to claim your tax refund next year. So if you're a victim, get a verification PIN code from the IRS that you must use to file future returns. Do not respond to an unexpected email or text message that claims to be from the IRS. The IRS does not do business that way. Their initial contact is always by mail. You've got to learn how to protect yourself. You can't prevent tax-related identity theft. We're all vulnerable, but there are things you can do that will reduce your risk of becoming a victim. If you file by mail, do it at a post office, not from an unlocked mailbox in front of your house. If you file electronically, use a secure computer on a secure network. It's okay to check the weather using a Wi-Fi hotspot, but don't do anything financial or tax-related on a public Wi-Fi network. Get your return done as soon as you can. It really is in your best interest to file as early as possible. If you see suspicious individuals lurking around neighbors' post office boxes, please call the police. Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS or text your tips to tips@AugustaCrimeStoppers.org, where you remain anonymous and keep your refund.
You've been watching Crime Reports and Rewards with Griff Griffin and Dave Michaels, where you stay anonymous. The criminals don't. If you have any information on these or any other crimes, call our national tip line at 1-800-222-TIPS. Well, you'll stay anonymous and could get a cash reward. You can see this or any other episode of Crime Reports and Rewards on the web anytime at crimereportsandrewards.com. Crime Reports and Rewards is a production of Michaels Media.